How can I get internet connection?
We're in nature, so you won't get a signal out here. We're miles from everything.
Look, I need to call my friends, okay?
You're supposed to enjoy the scenery, the nature.
Jack kindly told me I should go change my shoes. What's wrong with them? They're my favorite.
No, they look good. Just, we have snakes.
The second I heard there might be snakes around, I instantly acted scared. Jack saw that and took the bait. Yeah?
I'll walk you back.
When it got dark, I looked through the window and saw a few workers in the manor sitting around the table and laughing after they all left. And only Jack was still there. I showed up in a thin nightgown.
So we had a long day, followed by an early morning.
I just stood there. I did not answer him. I kept staring straight into Jack's eyes. As I watched him walk away, I started doubting my own charm. The way Jack stayed so cold made me feel deeply defeated. Early the next morning, I went to find Jack right away. I lied and said I had to go into town. I asked him to drive me there.
You could walk
How far is it?
about 9 miles.
He turned me down again. That night, I came to the door alone. I was thinking about how to approach Jack next, when something green suddenly came out of the bushes. I got so scared that I screamed.
Some staff living nearby came over to check. Jack was one of them. He left one person there to stay with me and slowly walked toward the bushes.
This is your snake.
Jack just thought this was another one of my little tricks to get close to him. With a helpless look, Jack said, "There were a lot of other fun things here."
I was not interested at first, but then Jack said that tomorrow I could go with him and experience real country life. I agreed right away, but I never expected that his version of life experience meant hard labor. By then it was too late to back out. I reluctantly followed him to the backyard. I dug out stumps and moved dead wood. I had grown up sheltered all my life, and this was my first time doing farm work. The physical and mental exhaustion was hard to put into words. Jack saw all of it, but he had no intention of going easy on me. I handled a wooden gate heavier than I was. No matter how unwilling I felt, I still gritted my teeth and made it through. At noon, we rested under a big tree. Jack looked a little surprised. He could not believe I had actually lasted. After washing up, I went to Jack's house for a meal. We sat close together. After hesitating, I asked him a question. Are you single?
I don't really have time for relationships.
Once I got a clear answer. All the exhaustion from the day's work was gone. Early the next morning, Jack did not even need to wake me up. I got to the meeting spot early and waited. On this new day, I came across more things I had never done before. After only 2 days of getting used to it, I realized I was actually starting to like this full kind of life. As we spent more time together, we became closer and closer. But then I suddenly realized I was probably not the only one in the manor who liked Jack. Watching the two of them laugh and talk, I felt a strange jealousy rise inside me. That short time together had already made me develop feelings for Jack, to figure out what was going on between them. I went to another worker in the manor.
They met when they were a kid, and now they're just like brother and sister.
From him, I learned that the woman and Jack had both been orphans since childhood. They grew up together in the same orphanage. They were not related by blood, but they were as close as real siblings. To thank him for taking care of me during that time, I invited him to my house for dinner that day. At first, the conversation was light and we kept laughing, but later, when I asked about his past, the mood slowly grew heavy. After an hour of opening up to each other, our relationship that day made a real breakthrough. The next day, my parents came back from a wedding.
Hey, how was the wedding?
When they saw me greet them on my own, they both lit up with smiles. It all felt unreal to me. Because of my encouragement, my parents also started joining the farm work with my parents around. Jack and I could not be so obvious anymore. I knew very well that my father would never allow me to fall in love with a farm worker. What I did not know was Jack being a worker was only a cover.
His real wealth was no less than my father's. After spending several days together, I put away my loud temper and my sharp attitude. That change brought harmony to the whole family. The four of us laughed and played together again for the first time in a long while.
That peaceful and full life went on for a few more days. Then one noon, my parents told me we would be leaving in 3 days. Even though I hated the thought of leaving Jack, I still nodded and agreed. The next day, I met with Jack. Why don't you tell me that you hold all this place?
I mean, it's not a secret. I don't like how people treat you when they think you're important or you're wealthy.
After that, I went to find my father. I was ready to tell him about me and Jack, but before I could say anything, my father spoke first.
And it was about us, about family, about your mother. And it goes back a long way.
That was when I found out my birth mother had already passed away. The woman now by my father's side was my stepmother. After hearing that, I started feeling torn. After going back and forth for a long time, I decided to leave it all to fate and see whether Jack would ask me to stay, but all the way until the day I left, he never said a word to me. He did not even come out to see me off. I got into the car with mixed feelings. Just as we were about to leave the farm, a figure appeared in my sight. We slowly walked toward each other. My parents did not know what was happening, so they followed too. I want to stay here.
With Farm Boy here, the American.
My stepmother did not care about Jack's status, but my father refused no matter what. He openly laughed at Jack and accused him of lying to deceive me. When he first came here, he had already met the person in charge of the manor.
Sergio's my accountant.
With that, I stayed on the farm and started a sweet and beautiful life with Jack.